So, you're six shot, correct? Yes, sir, Wait, what? What is it? Well, come on, spit it out. To be honest, sir, my expectations of you seem to have fallen a bit short, if you know what I mean. You're just like that idiot brother of yours. Good afternoon, good evening, or good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back, sit back and relax. I have a very special guest with me here today. Where's my guest? Oh, there he is. There you are, little guy. Let's lower the camera for you. I'm so sorry. didn't see you there. Yep, here he is, the Transformers Legacy United Energon Universe Megatron. He's a little guy, a very, very little guy. I've got his box with him right here. Really nice artwork for the Legacy United line. I do love it. Well, then again, I've loved all the artwork that the Transformers figures from the last few years have had, especially the War for Cybertron artwork. That was really cool artwork. But yeah, there's his tiny little box. More artwork there too. And here he is, a very small figure. He's a core class. I'm not too sure how I feel about this figure being a core class. It kind of, once again, feels like another missed opportunity because this could have been a badass Voyager or an awesome looking Commander class or even a Leader class figure, but for some reason they made him a core class. I don't know, this could just be Hasbro testing the waters to see how well this figure sells and if there may be more of a demand for this figure later on. So I am hoping that in the future we do get a Leader class version. A Commander class would be cool, but I really do hope we get a Leader class version, just like we did with Bumblebee movie Shockwave. We got the core class figure first, then we got the Voyager later. I wouldn't even mind if we got a Voyager version of this figure. Just make him bigger, Hasbro. Make him bigger. But yeah, this is how he looked in Transformers Energon. And if you remember, that was the continuation, the sequel series to Transformers Armada in the Unicron trilogy. And I always thought that this version of Megatron looked like an updated version of G1 Galvatron. So let's take a look at the details. And right off the bat, I have to say, they had an amazing sculptor because that's a really cool looking head sculpt. They even went as far as to mold in a scowl on his face. That's really cool. His eyes are done in a bright red orange. He's got some blue right here for his head. There's some black right here for his shoulders. And the cannons and the wings are done in what looks like a highlighter green. He's got a little Decepticon symbol right there on his chest. There's a lot of unpainted gray plastic, but that's accurate to how the old figure looked as well. And right there in his 4-pack abdomen, he's got that same blue paint as well. Also the same blue paint here for the fists. More black for the legs. More blue going all around. The only thing I'm disappointed in is the fact that they didn't put little Decepticon symbols right there on the wings like they did on the old figure. I really wish they could have, but oh well. Wings are done in a nice silver. And of course he comes with his one weapon, which is basically a tank with a sword attached to it. So if you want, you can attach the sword to his forearm so he can have his sword, or you can just turn it around and now he has his cannon. Now for articulation, the forearms can do a full 360-degree spin. He's got over 90 degrees of an arm bend. Can't really rotate the shoulders that far because there is this post right here for transformation that gets in the way. So that's all the range of movement you're going to get. The legs can kick forward. They can't really kick back because of the wings unless you were to bend his knee. He's got a major knee bend right there. No ankle tilts, but that's fine. You can swivel the legs like so, also for transformation. And of course, he can look around. Again, that's also for transformation. And both of his cannons just popped out. Why do my cannons just pop out? Are you incompetent or something? Sorry, dude, sorry. And he can do a full split. Now, since these darn things keep popping off, let's just show this off right now. He can hold both of the cannons like little guns. But I'm not too crazy about that. The old figure couldn't do that, so I'm just going to display him with the guns on his shoulders. Okay, now let's do some size comparisons. Here he is with the Bumblebee movie Core Class Shockwave. You can see there they are pretty much the same size. The cannons don't count. Here he is with Core Class Bumblebee movie Ravage. Here he is with a couple of Armada Minicons, Jetfire's Minicon, and Red Alert's Minicon Longarm. I always forget his name. Sorry. Here he is with Demolisher and Snowcat. These two are basically deluxe class figures, and he's little compared to those two. He's a really tiny leader. And finally, the comparison we've all been waiting for. Here he is with the original Energon Megatron figure. Not too sure if this was a leader class or if this would be considered an ultra class. They didn't have size classifications back then, but all we can see here is that he's big compared to this one. 2023 versus 2004. And lastly, here he is with the Energon Optimus Prime. Now, if Megatron truly were that size, that's a battle that wouldn't last long at all. All Optimus would have to do is just... yeah, that's all he'd have to do to win the fight. Okay, now let's get him transformed. First thing I'm going to do is take out those cannons because they keep getting in the way. Rotate his head 180. You don't have to, this is optional. Bring up the nose cone, and it'll clip into place. Come back here, bring up the wings, and then rotate them 180. And then keep them spread out so they don't get in the way. Rotate the forearms back. And then you got those two posts right there under the armpits. The shoulders will lock into place. Bring down his feet. Rotate the legs to the side. And then you're going to wrap them around. And they will clip right there into the shoulders. Wrap it around. Clip into the shoulder. Then you can bring down the wings and then plug those cannons back in. And there you go. There he is in his little Cybertronian jet mode. Very reminiscent to the original figure. You can then plug the tank weapon right on top. And that looks cool. I think this is a really cool looking little figure. Everything came together quite nicely for the transformation. It was simple, it was easy, and it was very reminiscent to how the original figure transformed. Again, I wish there could have been Decepticon symbols painted right there in the wings, but oh well. It's a really cool looking, adorable jet mode. He really shrinks when compared to the original figure. I mean, look at this thing. It's massive. 2004 versus 2023, and you can place him right on top of the old figure. That looks cool. That looks adorable. The old figure has this gimmick where you could open up the wings and it extends out his cannons. Of course, this figure was too small for that gimmick to have been incorporated, but it's still really cool. So yeah, my opinion still stands. I wish this could have been a badass commander class or a really cool leader class. I would have even accepted a Voyager class. But at the end of the day, it's still a cool looking little figure. It was fun to mess with, very easy, very simple. I mean, what you see is what you get. And sometimes it's a breath of fresh air to get a more simplistic, easy to mess with Transformers figure. He costs $9.99, so what more could I ask for? So yeah, I hope you guys can find this figure. He's not perfect, but there is no such thing as the perfect action figure. If you love him, pick him up. Hope you guys have yourselves a great day, great evening, a great morning, and I'll see you all next time. Till all are one.